Subscribe now. Alright, so you just got a piece of mail saying you've got jury duty. A lot of lazy people don't like this. They don't want to show up. It can look great on a resume, and it shows a lot about your character. It's not as complicated as it might seem, but it might be a little stressful, so I'm going to give you a step-by-step on what to expect. Myself, I just recently had my first experience with jury duty, and you know what? It was a learning curve, and I'm really glad I have this knowledge now. So you get the letter in the mail, you go online, you do all your registering and all that, and then you mark a little date on your calendar. Do not skip it. That is a fine. You don't want to be paying that. You can't afford to. And so the day of, you want to show up there about 5, 10, 15 minutes early. You know, you don't want to feel rushed into it. It's a jury of 12 to 14. They select about 100 to 200 people to show up that day. And what they do from there is make sure you're all there, registered, line up. You get in the line, you walk up, the RCMP check your stuff just to make sure you are you. You sign in, or they put your number into a lottery box that will come up in a bit. And then you go right in one of the courtrooms. You all take a seat where you patiently wait. There is generally a sheriff there who will direct and kind of entertain, just answer all your basic questions. This is a timely process, you know, someone's life is on the line usually, so they want to make sure everything goes correctly. And while you're waiting there, it's me. Okay, so when I get to the lineup, there's Rob Zombie, redneck looking fella, business guy, cutie. So obviously I'm like trying to stand next to business guy and cutie and talk to them, but Rob Zombie guy won't shut the hell up about, I'm so important, I don't have time to be here. But he looks like he just wants to go drink at 9 a.m. But heck, so did I that day, to be honest. And then eventually the line folds into the courtroom. You're all sitting. When I'm walking in, I see the chairs are running low. I'm like, oh, I don't want to be standing for this. And there's a chair open right next to Cutie. I'm like, yeah. But also there's a chair open to the right. Who goes there? Rob Zombie, of course. And he won't shut up the whole time. And so, yeah, you're sitting there for, our process was about an hour. They got a little mix up and everything with the judges and making sure the lottery box went right. And so even the sheriff was beginning to run out of questions to answer, things to say. He retold the same story twice. No one had the heart to tell him. That's always embarrassing. And eventually they will all fold in. The accused came with, and they kind of lead you through the process again. They will go into another room where you will have a TV set up with audio so you can see everything going on. And they'll take the group of, say, 100 to 200. They lottery pick 25 numbers. That group of 25 will go to the separate courtroom where the judges now are. And from there, one by one, you're all selected. You were called up in order. Again, just a lottery. So the first one who got their lottery name pulled, you're the first one up. The judge will ask you some very simple questions, such as, does the race or gender of the people accused in the case affect your bias, or do you have any biased opinions? You will answer truthfully. You can either swear to God or just make a promise. Either way, heck, if someone's going to lie on this, they're going to lie, am I right? And then, yeah, you were selected, and once you answer your questions, the accused judges and also the defense judges, they will both, oh, I got that mixed up, I apologize, but they'll both either say yay or nay, basically, or a sugar-coated version of that. And if you both get yays, you go on to trier. And from there, it kind of goes, trier is basically, yeah, your jury, yeah. And eventually you have two triers. They'll discuss if they also want to take on the next person or not. So basically the 2 or 3 answers you give are going to determine if they win you over or not. There was 2 people who right off the bat were just like, yeah, I got kids and a job. I don't have time for jury duty. And they were like, oh, it's a simple excuse. Other people who didn't make the cut simply just because, who knows, because you got to win over both judges. One lady, she was just a nice elderly lady, retired office administrator for a church, and she didn't make the cut. The defense lawyers didn't want her on the case. And you know what? So be it. They're selecting from 200 people, you know, that can be kind of picky. They want the most unbiased opinions they can get and everything. So me, myself, I didn't even make the cut. I may have known some of the witnesses in the case, and that is definitely a factor. So they said no to me, and I'm okay with that. All the power to the people who did get selected. So basically, to sum up jury duty, by the way, my process there and the whole time was 4 hours. One lady, she had to wait 4 hours. She was like the 5th one up, just to be like, I don't know English. And they let her go because she had to wait 4 hours just to say that, the poor thing. So yeah, you will show up to the court, you get your letter, sign up online, show up to court that day, wait in line, get filed in, sign your name or whatever, get your number, go into the room, wait, learn everything. This waiting process takes a while. You eventually get your number selected. You will go into another room where you wait. There's going to be a lot of that. You go up, stand in the witness box, answer a few basic questions. Either you get accepted or you don't, and from that point on, all the power to you. You're a part of this case, and I wish you the best. I can't tell you any more from there because I haven't had any experience with it. but I'm sure it's easy to find out there on Google. In my personal experience with this, okay, so I get the letter. I'm actually excited. I just want people happy. I'm like, yeah, I get a day off from work. I've been working 60-hour weeks. Please give me a day off. Book the whole week. So I get there. I do my little online thing. I get there. I find some decent parking and all that. Show up. I'm like, I think I'm going to be early. I'm like 5-10 minutes early. Oh, no. There's like 100 people ahead of me. I'm like, and so eventually I say hi to everyone. I'm trying to be the nice guy in line, trying to have the good energy. All the trashier, no offense looking type of people. You got to stereotype a little bit in court. They're all like, I don't want to be here. I'm like, listen, if you're already saying you don't want to be here, they're not going to select you. Quit bitching. Shut up. It really ruined the mood. I'm trying to have a nap, and they're just ruining it all. You eventually fall into room. You sit there and wait. Cop does his thing. Me, I'm trying to talk to Cutie. She wasn't feeling it because, well, I'm ugly. So be it. If you see anyone else there you recognize, you can say hi to him. Yeah, actually, I thanked the sheriff halfway through because I'm like, dude, but you're doing it stressful, and all the power to you. And then from there, when they're selecting the lottery ones to select if you go in the court case or not, you're like, oh, come on, pick me right now. Because it is like a 3 to 4 hour process. If you had like last one picked versus the first one, there's hours gap in there. So you're like, oh, yay. And then from there, you go on, you answer your questions. Me, I got excited. I think the judge, too. Again, these people are doing really tough work. They're determining if someone gets life in prison or not. And yeah, that's jury duty. One guy, he went up, when he was answering his questions, and they asked him, because there was a race involved in the case, they asked him if race affects his opinion of it, and he looked like the stereotypical racist guy. I'm like, he wants to say he's racist, but he's not going to. Yeah, didn't say it. I was like, oh, I would love someone to go up there and just be like, yeah, I hate white people, and they walk off. Well, that'd be great. So yeah, if you have experience with jury duty, please let me know in the comment section below if you have any advice you want to give. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you all for putting up with me. My Instagram as well is @sweet_glutes.